What's up, everyone? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now with this one, we pretty much have some news on a new Killer Doll movie supposed to come out. Now I've heard that the plot, some people I heard that the plot sort of almost the same plot as the Child's Play remake, but they supposed to have made this movie the same time as the Child's Play remake, so they probably had the script together and they probably didn't realize it was the same script kind of thing. But of course, I think Megan's could probably be a little bit different than Child's Play remake. You know, it's probably going to be scarier than the Child's Play remake, possibly. Because, let's face it, James Wan, from what I've heard, I think he's directing it. If he's not directing, he's producing it. But of course, it's going to be made by Blumhouse Studios. So that's awesome. And then you also got James Wan attached to it, so that's extra awesome. And I hadn't seen a James Wan horror movie in a long time where James Wan's attached to it. James Wan did so many great movies. He's done the first Saw movie, which is the best one in the Saw franchise, and a lot of y'all probably agree with me for that. And then the movie Dead Silence, he's done that movie, that's sort of a Killer Doll movie, which is kind of a creepy, eerie movie, but it's not that much of a Killer Doll movie. That one ain't, you know. It's controlled. The doll's controlled by like this other demon, kind of like Annabelle in a way. Dead Silence, but of course Dead Silence is probably a little bit better than the first Annabelle. But yeah, Dead Silence was great. I enjoy The Conjuring 1 and 2, which is the best Conjuring movies in the entire Conjuring universe so far. And I love the Insidious Chapter 1 and 2 that he's done, those are the best ones out of the Insidious franchise. Let's face it, if it's James Wan directing it, it's got to be the best ones, right? So I don't think James Wan has done a bad movie yet, at least in my opinion. I think he's done more. Well, I don't even think he's done a bad movie yet, in my opinion. Because he does everything now. Like, he does action, horror. He can deliver on all of those things. He's done Furious 7, which is my personal favorite out of the Fast and Furious franchise. And he's done Aquaman, which is my favorite out of the DC franchise. It's crazy. So James Wan knows how to direct a movie in general. And I'm excited to see what he's going to do with the movie Megan. Because like, the movie Megan, the plot seems similar to the Child's Play remake, but I enjoy the Child's Play remake. A lot of people hate that one. I don't get it. I know it's not the same Chucky, but it's different. You know, that's why I like it, how different it was. And it seems like, from what I've read from the movie Megan, it seems like it's going to be kind of that same plot, but I think Megan's going to be a lot scarier because of James Wan. Now, if James Wan directs it, he don't fool around when it comes to scares and tension building and all that. He don't let the fuck down. So, he knows what he's doing. James Wan equals day one, in my opinion. Because James Wan does everything right. He takes everything that he does seriously. All of his movie projects, he's taking it seriously. Like, he's having another action movie coming out soon, like it's a Mortal Kombat movie that he's working on, that's coming out soon, which I cannot wait for. And James Wan is just amazing at what he does, and I'm excited for the movie Megan. Like, Killer Doll movies are becoming its own subgenre, you know. And I think the bigger budgeted movie, of course, the Child's Play franchise, ain't the biggest budget movies in the world, but for a Killer Doll movie, they're probably the most bigger budgeted Killer Doll movie out of all the Killer Doll movies. Because, you know, the movie Robert the Doll, that movie's super low budget. It's like they only used their phone to freaking film the whole thing. Everything looks fake in most of them. Yes, like, I like one Robert the Doll movie that is, what was it? Curse of Robert the Doll or something like that? Yeah, I think that's what that one was. That's the only one I thought at least was okay, but it still was too low budgeted. Yes, you can make a good movie that's low budget, but if it's too low budgeted, you can't make the doll look as real and look good. So yeah, the bigger budgeted Killer Doll movies are probably the Child's Play franchise, which is Chucky's a mixture of a Killer Doll genre and a horror icon mixed in one. That's why I love the Child's Play franchise so much. And I think the second best Killer Doll movie since Child's Play is probably Dolly Dearest. That movie is actually good since Child's Play. Of course, it ain't as good as Child's Play, but yeah, like, that's like the second only good Killer Doll movie after Child's Play. So, out of the Child's Play franchise. So, So yeah, I have faith that the movie Megan is going to be good. You have another killer toy movie coming out called Benny Loves You, which is, I'm looking forward to that too. But I'm probably more looking forward to Megan than anything else. In the killer doll genre. Of course, I'm excited for the Chucky TV series, but I don't mind seeing another awesome killer doll movie that's just as big budget as Child's Play. Of course, Child's Play ain't the biggest budget in movies, but you could tell that there's more of a budget behind it than a lot of other killer doll movies. So I think Megan's going to be just as good as the Child's Play franchise, hopefully. But I just don't want, like in the killer doll movie, I don't want Blumhouse to make this shit PG-13. Do not make that shit PG-13. Please don't. Because like that movie Fantasy Island, there's things I like about it, but it was PG-13. It was watered down. Happy Death Day, I can see why that's PG-13. That was pretty cool. And then Insidious movies, there's PG-13, but you didn't feel the PG-13 in it. But if you can make a killer doll movie, you gotta have blood and all that stuff in it, guts and stuff. You gotta have some gore if you can make a killer doll movie, because there's not one Child's Play movie that's PG-13. There's not, like Dolly Dearest, that's not PG-13. So I don't want them to just make a killer doll movie PG-13, because it won't feel as scary for a killer. Because if a killer doll is just going around killing, that's what makes it creepy. But if you just watered down kills, just show a knife like this and it cuts. I've seen some PG-13 horror movies where they have a knife and then it shows the knife on the hand, and then you see the hand just go down like that, like this. But you don't see the kill. You just hear. That's all you hear, but you don't see it. It's okay to do that to some kills, but if you're just doing that, that's cheap. That's too cheap for a kill. So yeah, I've seen some fan films that the kills looked legit real. And that tells you right there, you don't even need a huge budget movie to make the kills look legit real. So yeah, I'm hoping that Megan, the movie Megan, is rated R with some awesome gory kills and some awesome tension building jump scares. Of course, don't just make every few minutes jump scares, like every 2 minutes jump scare, every another 2 minutes jump scare. Don't do that. I want that tension that James Wan's good at, like the tension building. You think something's going to happen, it don't happen right when you think it's going to, then it eventually happens soon. Make you on the edge of your seat, and that makes you feel uncomfortable, and it makes you on the edge of your seat, and that tension that I love, that James Wan does. So yeah, Megan, I'm excited for. I'm excited for that movie, Megan. Hopefully it's going to be an awesome killer doll movie. And I want to give a huge shout out to Nightmare Crypt. He's done a video about this. Also, and I want to also give a huge shout out to 3C Films. I think he's done that video first. But I'm going to give a shout out to both of them because I think there's only 2 people that did the video about the movie Megan. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to them. And James Wan involved with the killer doll movie. That's going to be fucking awesome. That's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be off the chain. Because James Wan, to me, James Wan could do no wrong. Like, I haven't seen a bad movie of him yet. Some people might argue and say, well, he didn't do a bad movie. I haven't seen a bad movie with him yet. Like, some people said he hated the movie Dead Silence. Is it too scary for them? I don't know. It probably was. People probably just don't like to get scared. You know? Because that movie Dead Silence was damn creepy. That movie was creepy. So yeah, I'm hoping the movie Megan is creepy and eerie and with some good gore kills, and I want that shit to be rated R. James Wan is the fucking master at movie making in general. He's done 2 action movies so far, and he's done, of course, mostly horror, but he's done 2 big blockbuster action movies, and James Wan is just the best. James Wan is just the best. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe and share. And also hit the bell so you know when new videos are uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. And I'm out. Peace.